Hi, welcome to PHP tutorial. This is a list of suggestions how you should use this video. The notes for this video can be found at this URL, which is loaded here. And we are going to example 008, which is step 3. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a database, and then we're going to write PHP code to connect to it. So first, let us launch our xampp, Apache, and MySQL, and then we try to go to our PHP MyAdmin using Harry and Elbow Monkey that we have created. So click on the admin here, and if you have closed your browser, you should be able to ask, the browser should ask you for the password, login and password. Okay, so you're in, and of course you can see all the databases here. It gives you an interface. You can actually create your database. Okay, you can actually come over here and say I want to create a database, and you can go to the database and say I want to create a table, and then you can go to the table and say I want to create a field, and so on and so forth. Okay, anybody can do it. You don't need a computer science major to do this. But the problem of doing this is you cannot repeat the process, and if you want to set up the database on another server, you cannot do it, and then you make mistakes. So you can type in the wrong name, and you have to go back and fix, and so it's not very good. So the best way to actually create a database is to save the creation as a SQL file, SQL file. All right, the SQL file actually is just a text file with the SQL as an extension. So I'm going to quickly create an SQL file in my C drive, 10 folder, my PHP, and I'm going to create a subfolder called eg008. Okay, so if you have not created a subfolder called eg008, just right click here, new folder, and say eg008. Okay, go in. I'm going to create a new text document called eg008 underscore create underscore bb dot SQL SQL file. Yes, change. Open this. Okay, before we move on, let me warn you that you should never put your SQL file on a web server. Okay, because if you put it on a web server, everybody in the world can see it, have access to it, download it, and know what your database structure is. Probably know your password too, because you will keep the password in that file. So a very bad idea to keep it on a web server. And actually, my PHP is actually a web server alien, so technically it's on a web server. So don't do that. But why I do that? Because I'm doing one example. I'm just lazy. I don't want to create another place on my C drive, all of this stuff. Okay, if you do it in real life, don't do it. But for my assignment creation, I actually ask you to do that because it's easier to submit the assignment. Alright, let me open this empty file. Right click, Notepad++, it's empty. I'm going to copy the content from here. Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste. Close this. Let me explain what this is. Save your file, Ctrl S to save. Okay, I'm going to create a database called Kung Fu Panda Shop. If the Kung Fu Panda Shop is already there, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to create a table called categories, which have two fields, which this is quite self-explanatory. I can't explain itself. Primary key is category ID. I'm going to create another table called products, and this is foreign key referencing. So the category ID of the products table references the primary key of the categories table. Alright. So for those of you who learn database, you know that this is a one-to-many relationship. Foreign key referencing can be represented by the ER diagram here. So one category ID in this table has many category IDs in this table. So it's a one-to-many relationship. I'm not going to go into detail about database design because that is not the scope of this class. Okay, so but anyway, we created a one-to-many foreign key referencing between two tables. And this how to insert data to all the database tables. And lastly, we created a web username with the password xampp88 on Kung Fu Panda Shop database only, with only this access. So this user is going to be used by my PHP file to connect to the database, and we want to give as few access rights as possible. Okay, so that we don't give, if somebody get hold of this user, they are not going to do a lot of damage to our database. All right, so let's use this file to create the database. So you go back to phpMyAdmin, go back to home. There are two ways to create a database. One way is to copy and paste the SQL statement here. Another is by import. So let's do import. I go to import and say I want to browse for my MySQL file. Go to C drive, temp, my PHP eg008, createDB, go. Finger crossed. No error. Everything is good. So now you have created a Kung Fu Panda Shop database, which also can be shown here. Inside it has two tables, categories and products. You can look at the structures here. Category structure, product structure. You can even browse the content of what we have inserted here. Action figures, MP3 songs, DVDs, and all the stuff in the products table. We also created a user called web user. If you look at the edit privileges, you can change the privileges here. Why is there no privileges? Because this is global privilege, and we only created local privilege to this database. So you have to click on the database to look at what privilege you have created. So you can double check it here. Okay. Another way to create a database or execute an SQL statement is by copy and paste. So I can come over here, copy everything. Instead of doing an import, I can come over here, go to SQL, and say I want to Control B to paste, and go. Same thing happens. Okay? Exactly the same thing. So we are good. So you go to Kung Fu Panda Shop. You should see the same thing. All right. So we have do a quick run through of some SQL statements. We created a Kung Fu Panda Shop database using the SQL file. And in the next video, we are going to talk about how to connect to this database using PHP code. Okay, let me close this. And this is a good place to stop. We'll continue in the next video. Bye.